Hi everyone, this is Joshua here, and today on this video call, I have the great pleasure and honor of having with me Mark Tandan. And Mark is a guy I respect highly and have learned a whole lot from in the whole area of email marketing. I've implemented some of the stuff that I've learned from his first product that was a few months ago, and I've just had amazing results in my own email marketing. I'm getting over 50% open rates on a regular basis with a new list that I just created from a product launch. And I'm just so glad to have you on this call, Mark, and really excited about what you're going to share with us.
Happy to be here, Joshua. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Mark's passion is email marketing, and maybe Mark, you could just start off by telling us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, by all means. I like you, Joshua. I've created products. Started off in product creation. Really discovered, I guess, by fluke that it's kind of great that you can make money by emailing people that sign up to your list. So when I screwed that up really badly in the beginning, I decided it was worth studying and getting better at and testing. So I went through that in a big way and started seeing some solid results. So while I still release products, I've also was hired by a very well-known online marketer to run his email lists and send emails for him. So I get a lot of practice. I do this all the time.
Awesome. And just a few moments ago, we were chatting about the conversions you're getting from the emails, and you're kind enough to actually share with all the people on this call some of your highest converting emails. Would you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just everybody needs to understand that not every email is going to hit right out of the park. There's a lot of variables going
Mhm.
on, but when you do have a good one, you'll know, and by checking your stats. Now, if you talk overall sales conversions in the last month, I had two that really stood out, where I was getting about a 30% conversion rate from clicks to sales on
Wow.
two completely unrelated offers.
Mhm.
Um, so when you're doing that, you're obviously you're on the right path, and that's maybe not the average, but I've seen those numbers by other premium email marketers, and that's when you know that you've dialed something in. So, yeah, 25 to 33%, I think, were the sort of variances on these two completely different promos I sent for.
Okay. Uh, I'm not sure whether you have this recorded at the moment, but just out of curiosity, what were the open rates like for these emails?
They were well. We'll break them down. I sent one email to a personal list,
Hmm.
and those emails that list tends to get a solid open rate. Usually, even though it's now 4 months old, the open rate still hovers around 30%,
Hmm.
which is by my accounts very solid when the industry average is somewhere around 10.
Hmm.
The other email I sent to my boss's list, the gentleman that I manage his mails for, and it's a
Hmm.
much bigger list, and there's a lot of different time frames as to how long people have been on. But
Yep.
that one was around 20%, and that's definitely a few points higher than the average for his list.
Okay. Could you tell us a little bit about the nature of the emails?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just make it real simple. There was a product that I promoted to my list. It was
Uh-huh.
it was a traffic course. Now, this is one of the, I wouldn't say one of the few times, but I didn't do any sort of pre-sequence for this one. It was just more of an urgency. Hey, this just came across my desk.
Hmm.
I know that you're interested. Everybody's interested in more traffic. This guy's dialed in. Like I basically, um, you have to forgive me. I always write better than I speak, but
That's all right.
it always comes down to knowing the product inside and out so that you can speak to benefits. If you're just using a swipe, or if you haven't really gone through the product and you don't know what it can offer, then
Hmm.
you really don't stand much chance of outperforming anybody else. So having gone through the product, and I could see that there were powerful benefits to subscriber, I didn't
Hmm.
have to just say to them, hey, you're going to make $100 by tomorrow by doing this. I could say, hey, I know that you've been struggling with getting traffic to your affiliate review pages, for example, or to your squeeze pages for your list building. And this product is addressing those issues by doing A, B, and C. And when you
Wow.
speak to that and you know, and the reason that that email I think was so successful is I also have enough of a relationship with my list to realize that this type of traffic course is something that they're after. The market's already established for it. If I
Hmm.
just come out of there and say, hey, there's this new traffic source on this unknown social media platform that everybody's talking about and you should have a look, it's not going to get the same results. This was very targeted to that particular market. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think what you're getting across is that the success of the emails in these cases were not just because of the great product that you have. I mean, lots of people are emailing on the same product, but because you tailored it towards what you knew about your subscribers, and that's what made it stand out. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, you have to do that. If you don't, you're relying on only one thing. Now, the most powerful thing that's going to convert your product, quite honestly, is the sales copy.
Mm.
But you still have to get them to see that sales copy, and for them to click on that link, they have to realize that you've gone and made a positive correlation between what they need and how this is going to help them achieve their goals. And if you
Hmm.
don't do that, then you're just firing out a product saying, hey, do you want to know how to make $50 by tonight? Click here. And
Wow.
some people will click. But if you want to start seeing great conversion rates, then if you can take the time to go through that product and find out how it solves an exact issue for somebody, it's just like any other type of sales. We're salespeople, and we're
Yeah.
we're establishing that there's a need. If we know our lists, we know what those pressing needs are, and
Hmm.
then our job is to go and find something that's going to help them out.
Awesome. And yeah, relationship is really the key. And I think you talk a lot about this in your latest product that's coming out. I know we could go really in depth on this topic, but I just wanted to end this short call. We promised to be brief about your latest product, which is really a follow-up from your first one. Would you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure, Joshua. I think I started it as a follow up, and then it really got completely out of hand, and I would say it's a complete departure. So I mean, it's actually 8 modules designed to basically take somebody who's never done anything by way of email marketing before, if they haven't, and get them up to. My goal is for somebody to hit sort of the top 10% of email
Hmm.
marketers, because when you're in that realm, you're making money. For people that are already heavily involved in email marketing, there's a lot going on. Like I cover in one module entirely, it's just about promotions,
Hmm.
different types, different stages, examples, templates, so you can actually see the process, how you're building what we talked about just now, how you're building that need, how you're creating the desire, and full examples. And I also got right into storytelling emails and what I like to call the hybrid style email. So just tons of different examples, because the other main goal as part of building your relationship is, in my opinion, my favorite marketers send like this to me too, is variety. You don't
Yeah.
want the same 8-line swipe that you see from everybody else that comes out at exactly 6 p.m. EST every day of the week.
Hmm.
I teach variety. I teach changing everything up all the time, and that's how it keeps people guessing and anticipating. So there's a lot more going on in the course, but those are say 2 or 3 of the real fundamentals.
Awesome. I've gone through the product myself. I haven't quite finished it yet. It's a really, really meaty product. I love how you go into detail about stuff and give lots of examples. I've learned so much. I love the hybrid concept. At first, I thought it was something else, but that's definitely something I'm going to implement. So, guys, if you haven't seen Mark's latest product yet, I'm going to put a link below this video. You definitely need to check it out. It's awesome. It's really complete. I just want to thank you again, Mark, for being on this call. I know time is really tight for you right now, just before the launch. I just want to appreciate you and wish you all the best.
Thanks so much, Josh. Absolute pleasure, man. Great talking to you as always.
Okay, see ya.